How's everybody doing out there? This is Pete. Okay, are we live? What's going on here, guys? Let's try it again. Yeah, it's not coming on. Okay, we'll leave it right there. So, this is the conclusion of the situation with a company called Evercoat. I actually talked to a person that said that they actually called them, and he claims he was very nice to him. And when the sales rep said, when the sales rep heard the name My Friend Pete, he hung up immediately. And when the guy tried to call back, it went straight to voicemail, so he blocked him. So I don't know what happened with that deal, but what the real deal is the situation has escalated to the point that we had to get the car blasted, and it's not a pretty sight. I'm trying to get the monitor here so I can read your, now it ain't fucking coming on. Are we live here? Okay, what's going on, guys? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, now it's coming up. I got very bad internet connection here. Okay, don't blame me. This is one of the reasons I don't like doing live videos. Okay, I don't like doing live videos. Got to have two phones to do it with. If you don't have two phones, you're screwed. Bad internet connections, glitches, and all this other bullshit that goes on. Got to have two phones to do it with. If you don't have two phones, you're screwed. Okay, so now we're in business. So, I want everybody to look behind me, right there. And you can see my Baja is back in action. Yeah. So let's go over there and look at that. Then we'll talk about what's going on. So I took it over to Sandblaster Steve's house yesterday. And we had to have it blasted. So this was walnut shell blasted. We had to have this walnut shell blasted. And I can tell you this will be the last blasting that hood will ever get, due to the fact that most of the gel coat is gone. And now we got to redo body work, pinholes. We got to fill in pinholes, and we got to do body work to it. And it's just a real cluster jerk off situation on that. We went and had the car blasted as well, and we had this wet blasted. We had it wet blasted, and we removed every single bit of Bondo. We removed all of the paint. The only place we didn't remove is here, and I can sand that off. And then around the windows. We literally had to cardboard the car up so we didn't get blasting agent all over it. And what this is blasted with was crushed glass. This was blasted with crushed glass. And it's done. It's down to bare metal. We're going to have to start over. And all because of a product. All because of a product that I purchased from a company called Evercoat. People are wondering, how much did it cost to blast the car? Well, let me tell you how much that cost. To blast the car with crushed glass and water, and to blast the hood with walnut shells so we can actually keep this thing and use it, came to a total cost of $600. $600 to get rid of all of the bodywork and everything. So, what a mess. I just saw a comment that said Evercoat should at least cover the stripping cost. Yeah, I believe that. I think they should do something, but are they? No, they're not going to, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay? I'm going to tell you why they're jerk-offs and why they're not going to do anything about the situation. This guy here says, what a mess. Yeah, it is a mess. It's a total mess, okay? It's an unbelievable mess. And you know, we got people out there leaving comments, oh, why don't you quit being a crybaby? Why don't you shut up? Why don't you just shut up and get on with life? The reason I am promoting this and pushing this is because that's what people do. They get on with life. And the corporations and the big companies, they get away with this because we get on with life. We get on with life, and that's life. Just deal with it. Well, that's easy to say when it's not in your, what can I say, sock or your shoestring. It's not in your toilet, looking like a big pile of shit ready to be flushed down the toilet in the sewer. It's not in your possession. It's not in your possession. I just saw a guy that says, Steve hooked me up. I'm going to tell you what kind of guy my friend Pete is. Steve was going to hook me up. Sandblaster Steve was going to hook me up because he's a hell of a guy. And I like Sandblaster Steve. And Sandblaster Steve felt so bad, he actually offered to do this if I pay for the bags of sand. However many bags of sand, just pay for those. I'll blast it for free. And then I told him I can't do that. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not going to take advantage of you. I don't want you to do that. I said, you need to charge me and make sure you make money on it. So he comes back and he says, okay. I asked him, I said, how much? How much is the job? He said, how is $400? I said, I'll tell you what, buddy. How's $600? I thought 600 was fucking reasonable for all this nightmarish crap that he had to do. I thought that was a very reasonable price. I would have had a guilt complex if I only gave him $400 when he has a machine that he paid $45,000 or $50,000 for. And when you invest your kind of money into a situation like that, okay, when you invest your money into a situation, you want return. You want satisfaction. You want gratification. You want to be able to put food on your table. Do you see what I'm saying? So no, to me, $400 was too cheap. So I gave him $600 and went down the fucking road. So Steve did hook me up even at $600. If I would have been in Dallas, Texas, this job to blast this and do it this professional. And when I say professional, I want to show everybody, this is what a professional blaster does. Do you see any sand anywhere, any muck, sand, or anything on this vehicle, anywhere? Do you see that? Do you see anything inside the car that would resemble that this car was blasted? Look at this. I'm going to look at the inside of this, okay? This is a professional blast job, okay? This is an open body car. That means that everything you see on the out goes right through. It goes all the way through. Look at that. And he did an exceptional 100% and 55% job to make sure that this was done right. He didn't warp any door panels. He didn't warp any quarter panels or any roof. He blasted the fiberglass with perfection. He set the air pressure and the blasting pressure to the situation where he wouldn't ruin this. Okay. Once again, this is the last blasting this will ever have. You can see where the first time he blasted, it came out awesome, but 2 times in a row within 3.5 weeks, a month. So that's what that is. That's raw fiberglass. Why this is gel coat. So we were very thankful and lucky that he saved that, because I was willing and able that I was going to have to buy another one. I thought I was going to. All right. So, yes, Steve did hook us up. And believe it or not, it only took him to do this whole job, blast the car and to blast the hood. Took him approximately, I would say, I don't know, what was it, like 5 hours? He did it in a pretty healthy time. So what we got to do now that Evergoat stuck it in our ass, okay? I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Optech's Evercoat is junk. I've been in business for 43 fucking years. Okay? 43 fucking years. I know how to use products. I know when to reduce them, when not to reduce them, what to reduce them with, how to use the product, how to spray the product. And I know when something's fucked up, and this was fucked up. All right? It was fucked up, and the only way to cure the problem is to remove everything and start the fuck over. And that's all there is to it. Total fucking bullshit, guys. Total bullshit. So, where do we go from here? All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to redo all the body work. I got holes to weld up where the moldings used to go when it was a factory original car. I got to weld those holes up. And we're going to start over and put this shit behind us. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. The corporation ain't going to do nothing. I'm going to tell you why. Because if they actually called me on the phone, they can't even call on the phone and apologize. All right, that's how much ball-face, stink-ass, toilet water these people are. All right? Am I going to continue to use Evercoat? Yeah, sure I am. Of course I am. All right? What am I mad about? I'm mad about their customer service. I'm mad about the product that was completely wasted and money down the drain. The other day when I added it all up, it was a little under 1,800. So now you can add 600 more to that. We got to buy Bondo. We got to buy sandpaper. We got to buy, Bondo, sandpaper, epoxy primers, 2K primers, feather fill. I might have to get some of that stuff. It's called fiber fill. And what that is, that's a product by Evercoat. All right? They're the only ones that make this shit. All right? Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and say it again because I'm going to repeat myself because there's a lot of jerk-offs out there that think I'm just blowing hot air. I ain't got nothing against Evercoat's products. I think their products are great. The only products I have anything against is Optech, O-P-T-E-X. It is total trash. It's total junk. And their theory of this built-in guide coat crap is stupid. It's called Dum-Dum Primer. Now, does it actually work? I don't know. I watched several videos of guys using it. It was totally different than what happened to me. And it looked like, it was a guide coat. But this is what I got. You saw what happened to my car, okay? you saw where the pink shit didn't go away all the way. Let me ask you this. Is the pink shit still in a lot of these jobs? And in the near future, let's say 4, 5, 6, 7 years down the line, this primer that has this pink shit in it is going to deteriorate and default and screw everything up. And then by that time, it is too late. By that time, it's like, well, I don't think it's the primer. I think it's the paint or possibly the clear coat. I don't know what the problem is. So as far as having these primers like this, and I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think Evercoat's gonna be the last one to do this kind of shit. I think this is gonna be a new trend of these companies coming out with this built-in guide codes, built-in timer, when to send your Bondo and all this other crap. All it's gonna take is for the copyright to wear off or whatever it happens, and then everybody's gonna do it. Everybody's gonna do it. And it's gonna be the next best thing. So you better watch out for this shit. Because whatever was in that primer fucked that car up. You saw it. If you didn't see it, go back into this video set that you will see what happened to it. Am I telling people to boycott Evercoat? No, I'm not. Once again, Evercoat makes good products. This Optech shit is junk. Now, let's get on down the road. Most people would look at that car and get so depressed they would go in the house and cry. They would go crawl in their bed and they wouldn't wake up for 3 days. They wouldn't even start on it. They would put it in the back corner and they would say, fuck it. I'm not dealing with it. Maybe next year or the year after that, I'll put it in my bucket list. That's what they would do. But you see, this is a lesson that whatever downfalls and pitfalls that you run into, the motivation of getting off your ass and doing the fucking job and getting it done should be right there in front of your face. You shouldn't give up because of a fault of, wow, this fucked up, now I'm fucked. This is a perfect example of what motivation is all about, people. I don't know anybody else that would have done anything in the same position I was to literally and do it this quick, okay? Now, they might have done something or you might have done something in the future, but I don't think you would have done it like ASAP immediately like I'm doing. All right? So we found out that chemicals do fuck up. And trying new chemicals out sucks. And we also found out whatever the fuck you're using and it works, stick with it. Don't be bought in and suckered in by some gimmick bullshit crap like Optech's Evercoat. And we also found out that representatives of the company are only salespeople. They get paid by the company. You are not paying them. If you were paying them, then they would be fighting the company, not working with them. So don't think that a sales rep of a company this magnitude is your friend. He is not. The sales rep told me, I was telling him the story of what happened to me with Slick Sand, and he said, but you're not supposed to spray it on rust. I never said I sprayed it on rust. But you're not supposed to put it out in the rain. I never did put it out in the rain. Why are you saying that? But you said that your primer was rubbery. No, I didn't. So sales representatives for corporations are not your friend. They are basically lowball, no good, what can I say, used car salesmen? That's what they are. They didn't help me. He didn't do nothing for me. He blocked me. At the end of the conversation, he said what? What did he say? Has anybody watched that video? where he's talking. He said, Pete, keep me in the loop. Text me pictures. Call me. Let me know what's going on. I called him. I texted him. I sent him pictures. And he did nothing. Nothing. Not even a phone call said, I'm really sorry this happened to you. Nothing. I talked to several people over at the factory. Most of them hung up on me except for two ladies. Two ladies are the only ones that did not hang up on me. And let me tell you something. I was very nice and polite to them. I was not mean. I was not loud. I didn't say fuck. So, this is my theory why they are ignoring me. All right? This is my theory why they're ignoring me. And why they will not buck up and actually help pay for this mess or give me some kind of compensation. You want me to tell you why? Because if they do it for me, then every Tom, Dick, and Harry that calls them on the phone, they will have to compensate all of them. So I am the loser. And I can tell you right now, I am not the only person that has ever called this company and complained about their products. So Mr. Representative is wrong. They don't have emails because they don't want to be bothered with you. I make these kind of videos for a reason. Not in my benefit, but for yours. I don't have to show you all this. All I need to do is drum up the videos where everything's going fine and say, look at my Baja, I'm done. Ain't it beautiful? Here's how you paint it. But I don't do that. Okay? I see a lot of people say, he doesn't sugarcoat anything. Well, I don't use that term, but yeah. Basically, my term is, I don't bullshit and beat around the fucking bush. A lot of times, I get bashed on YouTube for being a straightforward guy. A lot of times I don't. But I can tell you this. That company that sells that crap, Evercoat, that's exactly what that product is. Crap. I went ahead and threw it in the trash. It's gone. It's history. Why would I give them the opportunity for me to mail it back to them at my expense, at my cost, so they can determine and say, we already tested it out. It wasn't the product, it was user error. We took it to our laboratory. There wasn't nothing wrong. Because that's exactly what they would do if I did mail it to them. I'd like to take the guy's advice that said, when you mail it to him, put put a plastic bag full of dog shit in it. Fuck the plastic bag, just put dog shit in it. I had somebody else leave a comment, and there's several people that do this. You better watch out. They're going to sue you for defamation of character. Defamation of character? Do you even know what that term means? I haven't deformed nobody, and the character is still there. Evercoat products are good. Optech sucks. There's no defamation of character. This is called product review. Hello. I used their product. I reviewed it. My review says it sucks. There's millions and millions of videos on product reviews. So anybody that comes on here and thinks they're a YouTube lawyer and they're going to threaten me and say, you better watch out, you're going to get sued. No, I ain't going to get sued, okay? Because I purchased the product and paid for it and it fucked up. I'm going to get sued for it. Or let me guess, I'm going to get sued because I'm making videos on YouTube and using their name in the video, the large corporation that sold me a product that fucked up. I don't understand. Where is the suing part at? when I posted the live video, said, can everybody please call this phone number? Don't be mean to the people. Just tell them that we want answers. Be nice about it. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I was nice. I was polite. So where's the defamation of character, Mr. Stupid-ass lawyer on YouTube that hides in mommy's basements and eats off paper plates and eats with plastic spoons because you're so stupid and ignorant and lazy-ass you can't wash dishes? You're the one that needs to be sued for defamation of character because you are the character, you idiot. Everybody smash the like button. I like that comment. That would be nice. Let me go ahead and tell you about likes. The more likes that are smashed, the more the video moves up in line for other people to watch it that possibly might subscribe to my channel. So yeah, if you can hit the like button, that'd be great. Wow, that's a nightmare, the hood. Yeah, it's a nightmare, Mopar. You're right. It's going to take a lot of work to get that hood back into the condition that it needs to be before I paint it. You're damn right. I think I worked on that hood just on body work the last time I had it blasted 3 weeks ago. I think I worked on it for 2.5 days solid. So yeah, it's going to be some meticulous, intense, bullshit work to get it back to paint ready stage before anything happens. All right. What does it say here? Why is the front head pink? The front head pink. I don't see any pink. Does anybody see any pink over there? I don't see anything pink. I don't know what that comment meant. Why is the front head pink? Okay, maybe you can explain yourself. Who said that? I don't even know. The comments are gone. No noise. Okay. How you doing, George? Says Pete. Hey, how's it going, George? Good luck. No noise, $800. Again, you're not making sense. No noise. I'm sorry. Money Pit holding up to the name. Yeah, you ain't lying, Joe Mama. Okay. I had a couple people ask, are you going to sell the car after you get it done? No, I'm not going to sell the fucking car. I'm going to move forward with it. All right. When you get into a position of a situation like this and you look for the easy way out and you say, I'm just going to sell it. All right, then you're a sellout to yourself. All right, because this is the situation and this is the lesson learned in this whole fucking big picture of what happened to this is when you start something, you fucking finish it. I don't care what it is. If you get in trouble and get caught and go to prison because you got caught, then you buck it up and you finish it. That's what responsibility is, okay? Not saying, oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna sell. I'm gonna put acrylic enamel paint on it, put a quick paint job on it, paint it yellow. I'm selling it. Fuck it, I don't want it anymore. Besides, what I got to do, I still got to build the engine. I got to rebuild the engine. Fucking thing's starting to leak oil out of the valve covers and all this other shit now. And I got to get the transmission. I got to have fourth gear changed out. Well, they won't just change fourth gear. You got to tear the whole transmission down and replace roller bearings and seals and all this other crap. Yeah, so we still got, just in that section there, that's going to be $4,000 to rebuild the engine and to rebuild the transmission. But I'm not doing any of that until after the car's painted. All right. We got the shop in California that says, my friend Pete's worth $3. Thank you very much, shop. Thank you very much. So let's walk over here. We actually got the Mustang on the ground permanently after 10 years of working on it. It's finally on the ground and will not go back on jack stands again. Let's take a look at this thing. Minnie detailed it out today with magic clay. I got to spot buff it tomorrow, and then Minnie's going to hand wax it, and this thing is ready to roll. So here you go. 9.5 years of fucking around. Let's take a look at the Mustang And now remember, it doesn't have an engine or transmission in it. So, you know, the front end's sitting up a little bit higher than the back. But let's take a look at this thing. And I want to remind everybody else, my friend Pete's the only one that worked on this car. The only thing Minnie did on it is help me hold this or screw that in or do that. But everything else, my friend Pete did by himself, just like I'm doing to this car by myself. All right, let's take a look at the Mustang and see what's going on. So there it is right there. I don't know if the owner calls it a he or a she or whatever the fuck it is. As far as I'm concerned, it's a he car. None of my cars are girls. All my cars are guys. And that's a guy thing over here. And this car came out beautiful. Look at this. All right. Once again, I got to spot buff it. There's a couple places where I got to get some rubbing compound off. But other than that, the car is immaculately beautiful. And I'm not bragging, okay? So don't think that, all right? I worked my fucking ass off on this car. And I think I saved the owner a lot of money is what I did, which is part of the game here. That's part of the game at my friend Pete's, okay? Saving money for people. Helping people get the dream that they want. But is this actually a dream still? I mean, back in the day, this used to be, you know, building a car like this, it was a dream. This is my dream car. Hell, nowadays, it's a nightmare because of all the money you got to spend. So, the Mustang is on the ground. And the owner will be finishing it out at his house. It's a 1968 fastback. I went ahead and I want to show everybody this. Let me go ahead and open the door. Hang on. I went ahead and installed the overhead map console into the vehicle. Right there. Look how beautiful that looks. This car came out really, really nice. Really nice, guys. Visors are installed. Shaded windshield, brand new. Gauges, Dakota. We got digital Dakota gauges. We got the GT dash, air in-dash AC and heat. We got everything. Look how immaculate and clean this is as we go down the door jamb. And we look at the fine detail of all of the immaculate brand new rubber. Look at that, all brand new rubber installed. Brand new latches, look at this. Look how nice and beautiful that looks when you open that door. Better than brand new, people. Better than brand new. This is I'm wishing and I'm praying that the owner wins many, many trophies with this car when he finishes it. Look at this, brand new chrome. Look how detailed that is. Brand new washers for the door handles. Look at that. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff going on. It's got the left and right mirror. This is the remote mirror right here. And if we go over to the other side, we got the matching right-hand mirror, which is not put on. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. That's not put on with sheet metal screws. That's put on with, what do they call those, nut certs. Okay, this is on professionally. Look how tight that is. Okay, professionally, look at this. Look at the detail. Okay, and that's what makes a show car. It's the little stuff that makes the difference. Let's go ahead and open this up here real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and show you that, the engine compartment. Look how beautiful and detailed that is. Just immaculate, guys. This is 9.5 years. I wouldn't, now let me make this straight. Let me make this straight real clear. I didn't work on this for 9.5 years. It's just been in my possession that long. I would say if you really count how long I've worked on it, I would say it's 2 years. 2 to 2.5 years worth of work. I wouldn't, but no, we didn't work on it for 9 whole years. So, yeah, it really came out beautiful, people. Really, really came out nice. So we're getting ready to get hot and heavy on the Camaro. Mr. UK decided that he wants to make this into a rally sport. And I went ahead and installed the seats. So they came out really nice. All the interiors, almost all the interior is actually in this car. And it's already painted. And everything looks really beautiful and handy dandy. Let me show you something here. And now, before I show you this, I don't want all the morons out there saying, no, you don't know what you're doing. Look at that big mess that you made. I'll never bring my car to you. You can't even drill a hole. Okay, so go ahead and leave your little comments because I'm showing you something here. Okay, this is something that's important that if you ever buy one of these, you better beware. And it just so happens that it happened to my friend Pete. And I'm what can we say, turning this on to you so you can learn from it. So, but you go ahead and say I did a shitty job, okay? So I don't know where Minnie put there it is. So the owner wanted a spoiler. So we went ahead and got this spoiler. It's in this box. I'm not going to open a rear spoiler. And then we got the factory location, where to drill the holes, precise holes that it takes to put that on. And I'm going to show you the clusterfuck that I got to fix here from the factory holes. Now, do you see this hole right here? That's the factory hole. Watch. Do you see this hole right here? That's the factory hole. Do you see this hole? That's the factory hole. Do you see this hole? That's the factory hole. Do you know where I had to go with it to make it work? All the fucking way up here. Look at that. All the way up here. There you go. There's another one. There's another one. And then look what I had to do to these holes to make it fit. Okay? The factory hole was like right in the middle of these. Okay, that's where the factory hole was, down here. Okay, this is where the factory hole was. And I had to go all the way up here. So don't go by the factory shit, because what I got to do now is I got to go back and weld these up. See, I have to weld all these up and make them look nice and pretty and redo body work, all because of aftermarket junk. There you go, guys. So make sure you leave your comments and say you did shitty work. I would never let you work on my car and all this other fucking crap. Make sure you do that, all right? Tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and bolt all the front clip onto the vehicle. We're going to start blocking this car out. And I've already been through the blocking. This is actually paint ready. Well, I can't say it's paint ready because we actually have a dent right there. I don't know where that fucking dent came from. But other than that, this car is paint ready, trust me. I've already done major body work to it. I've already block sanded and primed it, reprimed it, block sanded it, primed it. This needs sanded with 180, 320, and then paint. Once we get this thing painted, then we're going to come up to the front end of this vehicle and we're going to make this into an RS Super Sport, Rally Sport. The owner purchased everything to make it into a Rally Sport. The hidden headlights, the lower valance grills, just the reverse lights and the whole 9 yards. So, yeah, that's what we'll be working on. I got a new job in the shop. This is a local guy right here. This car's been in their family for a very long time. Let's go ahead and look at it. And the reason this is covered up is because I was doing some welding today, and this has got the OEM factory original green tinted glass in it that's in mint condition. And I didn't want to get any sparks or anything on it. So this is a 62 Nova, And we are getting ready to do a total restoration on this. It's going to be semi-concourse, and it's going to be a beautiful car. Now, I got the owner's brother that's going to come over here, and he's going to give us the backstory on this. We're going to make a video out of it. And the owner is actually a girl. She drove this car to school, and then, of course, it parked at her dad's house. But the owner's brother, actually, him and their dad painted this car when he was 12 years old, and I think he's 39 years old now. So that tells you how old this paint job is. And let's go ahead and look at the inside. It's got the typical 80s velour interior, but it's still in very good condition. Look at this. Look at the condition of this car as we ride through it, and it's just beautiful. So, and you can see that everything works on it. But typical 80s velour interior, and still looks like brand new. Look at that. Look at that. It's got all of the original detailed seats in it, bucket seats. Yeah, this is a very, very clean, very rare car, I might say. And we're going to transform this thing, so you're going to want to watch for those videos as well. But the real deal is here, guys, is motivation. I do these videos and I show these videos to you because it's very important that you get the message that if you don't want your vacation, you've got to motivate yourself. Get off your fucking ass, no matter what happens. Look at this nightmare. When all this happened, I went in the house, I almost started crying. I was so sick. I didn't sleep for 3 nights. And it's still on my mind right now of what I got to do to get it back to paint ready stage. But the nightmare is pretty much gone, all right? Will we ever hear from Evercoat? No. Nobody will hear from Evercoat. They don't even give out emails. And when you talk to customer service, it's to me, the way that they were talking to me, it sounded like the customer service people, they're ladies, and what it sounded like to me when I talked to them, because I talked to like 7 of them, it sounded like they were working from their house, answering the phone from their house. God, it sounded like they're at home working remotely and getting paid to answer the phone. That's basically what the deal is. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. Getting ready to tackle the nightmare that we got over here and moving forward on jobs that are, behind getting done and getting rid of stuff in the shop that we motivated ourselves to finish and, stuck by the owner on the job and in hard times, I might say, and stuck by his side and worked with them to get her done. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. Always remember, everybody's your friend until they fuck you around. Just like that. The corporation fucked us around, guys. All right? Remember that. I gotta go. Take it easy.